Welcome back to Mecor Acres, everybody. I'm Rick, and today is hive inspection day, and we're going to do a sugar shake. So I've kind of checked on these guys a little bit here and there. They're growing out well, and this is the well, it's just about, well, tomorrow's July 1st, so I know we're gonna start coming into a dearth. So I just figured I'd give them a quick check. I haven't had any major hive beetle problems yet or anything, and I know that this is the time of year where they'll start to spike, and also the same thing with varroa, so I want to keep an eye on it. So I figured I would do a sugar shake today, and then I'm going to start, I should start doing it on like a weekly to bi-weekly basis, and hopefully we can keep them in check. So let's get started. So when I caught this swarm, it was a pretty small swarm. I have read that smaller colonies tend to be pretty docile. I've only gotten stung the one time so far. Well, I had only gotten stung the one time so far when I first installed them, and that's because I think I pinched a bee. The only thing I don't like is bees in my face, so that's why I tend to wear the veil. So when I went in these guys, I checked on them just real quick last week. I had one sting me in my shirt, and then yesterday I came walking by and just kind of stood over, like where my tripod is, in front of the, off to the side of the hive here, and I had a couple bounce off my forehead, just kind of giving me a full warning. So I was like, okay. So I don't want to say they're starting to get aggressive, but I think because they're building out, getting bigger, some bees are getting older, there's a good possibility and probability that they're getting a little more defensive. So let's, I guess first we're going to try to pry this. There we go. Give them a little smoke. This lid off of here. Alright. That right there. Down a little bit here. Propolis. Got it stuck. There we go. Make sure everybody's doing good here. Gee, that's almost as many as I caught in that little pocket swarm. Probably a little bit more there, but originally. Alright, so let's check our, should we squish this down in case there's any beetles under it? And let's pull this out, check on this. I didn't bring any oil with me, unfortunately, I forgot. We got, I think that might be one. A few ants, that's about it. We don't really want that to, oh shoot, I'm missing one. I must have forgot to put one in last Oops, there was that one. I guess I'm gonna have to refill those, but that's all right. Let's see how we're doing here. They're still not. That's really weird. I plan on, like I said, doing the sugar shake today. There you go. Get this out. It's still not building out on these frames, these outer frames, which I find kind of weird. Yeah, there's nothing there, huh? A lot of young bees. So the queen's still laying, that's good. Just move this over here. There we go. They just started, looks like they're just starting to put a little bit of wax on this. Oh, yeah, they got this full side about 3/4 of the way done. So that's good. So at least they're starting to build out on them. That's 2. Got this black frame here that looks like they're still kind of building out on. Come on. Oop, there we go. Smoke. There we go. See, they're starting to. Yeah, they're still kind of building on this. They haven't gotten a whole lot of progress since a couple of weeks ago when I checked on it. Yeah, they're building out a little bit. Let's put this back here. Let's put it this way, right? Slide that in there carefully. Smoke them down a little bit here. Propolis. Got it stuck. There we go. Make sure everybody's doing good here. Gee, that's almost as many as I caught in that little pocket swarm. Probably a little bit more there, but originally. All right, so let's check our. Should we squish this down in case there's any beetles under it? And let's pull this out, check on this. I didn't bring any oil with me, unfortunately, I forgot. We got, I think that might be one. A few ants, that's about it. We don't really want that to, oh shoot, I'm missing one. I must have forgot to put one in last, oops, there was that one. I guess I'm gonna have to refill those. But that's all right. Let's see how we're doing here. They're still not. That's really weird. I plan on, like I said, doing the sugar shake today. There you go. Get this out. It's still not building out on these frames, these outer frames, which I find kind of weird. Yeah, there's nothing there, huh? A lot of young bees. So the queen's still laying, that's good. Just move this over here. Go. They just started, looks like they're just starting to put a little bit of wax on this. Oh, yeah, they got this whole side about 3/4 of the way done. So that's good. So at least they're starting to build out on them. That's 2. Got this black frame here that looks like they're still kind of building out on. Come on. Oop, there we go. Smoke. There we go. See, they're starting to. Yeah, they're still kind of building on this. They haven't gotten a whole lot of progress since a couple of weeks ago when I checked on it. Yeah, they're building out a little bit. Let's put this back here. This was this way, right? Slide that in there carefully. Go. Let's get them off of here a little bit. They don't need to be around my face. Alright. Piece of B here. There we go. That's a nice heavy frame. Some festooning here. I move. There we go. We got here. Got some small brood down the bottom there. There's some brood down the bottom, and some nice small cell, which is good. They're building out. That's nice and full. Oh wow. Yeah, this is all honey on this side. Most of it's capped. So that's looking good. That right there. There we go. The other outside frame here. We still really haven't built up on them. Nope, not at all. That's weird. I haven't been feeding them, but there's been we've been in the honey flow, and there's been plenty of pollen. I've been watching them bring the pollen in. Yeah, put this here. Let's check the next one. All right. See, they're still not really building up on these either. That's really weird. I thought they had a lot more of this built out. I was hoping to put a medium on top, but I'm not going to bother now. I mean, what do we got? Well, at least 1, 2, almost 2.5, 3, 4. Yeah, they got plenty of room to grow. Let's move this over. There we go. Break these guys a little bit. There's a nice frame. What we got here? Barely built out. A lot of new bees, but I wonder if I shouldn't start feeding them again a little bit to help them kind of build up more. I don't know, I thought there was plenty of nectar. But honestly, I don't know. I mean, this is obviously all new to me, but I kind of expected more from them by now. Let's move this over, move that over. And we checked this one. Let's move that over. Let's see how this is doing. It looks okay. Got a little bit of cross comb, but not bad. Oh, that's a heavy frame. Got a little bit of wonky frame on this side, wonky wax on that side. Let's see. Yeah, they're building this out okay. Got a bunch of brood over here, which is good. Yeah. Some larvae. I haven't seen the queen yet. That's she bald right there? No. I don't know if you can see that from here, but you can see on the top there, kind of a little wonky wax, but still workable, so I'm not going to do anything about it. Got a lot of brood down the bottom. So let's place this back in here carefully. There you go, kids. Alright, that out of the way. Okay, that's loose. Try not to be, you know, too concerned about, wow, that's another heavy frame. Ooh, yeah, baby. And more wonky. I think this is the one that's just, yeah, this was the one, this is the frame that I just put the frame in. I didn't put any foundation. Looks like they're running out of, I don't see any stores on the outside. It's pretty empty. Plenty of brood. Ah, shit, that was stupid. Alright, I don't even want to mess with this because I don't want to lose it, so I'm going to put it right back in. Dummy. I knew not to do that too, and I did it anyway. So I'm just gonna leave this. They're all over that middle frame there. This is a medium frame that's all built up down the bottom. Alright, so I don't know when my camera shut off, but I'm just kind of putting stuff back together, doing the sugar shake here. Alright, let's put the next frame on. Where you going? Get over there. Son of a gun. Oh, they're out there stooning. Alright. Go. This back. I haven't had issues with this keeping smokers going at all. Using the pine shavings in the, there we go. Trying to get them out of the way there. There we go. I haven't had any issues with that. Using the pine shavings and the hay. I think that's what I got. I use pine needles if I feel like going to collect some, but it's been kind of rainy here, so I haven't really bothered. Right, let's get them. Oh, all the guys on the inner cover are crawling up and over onto these frames. This guy back. Oh, we got some space in here. Come on. Sugar down in there. You don't want to just, I mean, getting it across the top is cool, but what you're really trying to do is kind of get it on the bees themselves. That way they groom each other, and it grooms and it knocks the mites off down through the screen bottom, and then they're gone because they won't climb back up. Go. Let's just get some more here. A bit. Gotta make some bigger holes in this lid, I think. Alright. Last one in. That fly out of there. Well, so far so good. I don't know if the camera was running or not when I totally screwed up. Typically, I know better than, you know, when doing foundationless frames, how to, you know, you don't tip, especially in this Florida heat, you don't really want to tip your frame because, big ass ant. You don't want to tip the frame because obviously the wax foundation will fall right off, and I know that, and I knew better to do it than to do it. And what's the first thing I did? I tipped it, and the wax started, the foundation started to fall out of the frame. Luckily, it didn't break off. So we're good there. Luckily, like I said, and they'll fix it. They'll sure it back up, but I just got to be a little more careful. Everybody's in. Let's just do a little bit more sugar here on these other frames. Come on. These other bees down here. Alright, that should be good. Like I said, I'll do this. I'm going to try to do this about once a week or so. Snug these up. And that will typically, and that'll keep your mite count down enough, you know, to acceptable levels. And the whole concept is you don't need any chemicals, you know. And to me, I don't care how natural oxalic acid is, it's still, to me, it's still a chemical, you know. So I would just rather let the bees do their thing. Just kind of that down there, down on them. You know, I would much rather just let them treat themselves if I can, you know. We'll see how it works. It's all my mentor's been doing for, shoot, 35 years, you know. And it seems to work for him. He's got some good, healthy, strong bees, and our club hive is the, it's what he's, club hives. That's all he's been doing for years. And I'll tell you, they look great. You know, they produce enough honey. He's not really into honey production, but they do produce plenty of honey, and they're good, strong foragers. He very rarely will he feed them. He doesn't believe in that either. He doesn't want to create welfare bees, he says. So they seem to be, these guys seem to be a lot better. I mean, they're okay. They still don't seem to be building out as much as I would like. I'm kind of surprised. I thought they were going to be, to my recollection, where they're at today, except for more bees, a little bit more bees, that seems to be about the same. What's the word? They're about the same length along. I don't see any new built-out frames really. Everything seems to be about the same. There's plenty of brood in there. I didn't check that medium, but I know that was the frame that I caught them on, and I could see. You know, I looked and I know there's plenty of brood on there, so that's doing fine. So she's still there, definitely. And they're all sitting here fanning. So who knows? You know, all I can do is just keep an eye on it, I guess, and try to keep them healthy. I don't know. I'm debating if I want to offer some sugar water or not. You know, the part of me wants to. But then part of me wants to just leave them alone and let them do their thing. I know I have a goal, but my goal is second to, you know, they're not going to do what they don't want to do. So my goal was to get these built up enough to split before the, you know, with enough time to get them through the winter, which shouldn't be too bad down here. I was just going to do a split into a 5-frame nuke, and then I figure if I can overwinter that nuke along with this, that would be great. That I'd have a head start on the next spring. But the way that these guys are going, I don't see it happening. I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to happen. You know. But as long as I can keep them healthy and keep them building up, that's about all I can do, right? So that's the scoop for this inspection. And stay tuned for a Homebrew Wednesday that's coming up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. We're trying to grow here. And, you know I don't have a whole lot of information to to pass on to people right now. I don't know how informative my videos are. Probably not very for most viewers, most beekeepers anyway. But you know I enjoy watching people work their hives, so hopefully you enjoy me working my hives. And we'll talk to you guys all again very soon. Whew, it's hot. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks.